Well, now that it's getting colder, people need to be paying attention to their dogs a little bit more, Yeah, you could say it's a little brisk out there. What is it? 20, throw it up there, 20-something. I remember when I was 20-something, which is much better than the a gazillion degrees below zero it was last Friday and Saturday. Holy mackerel. It wasn't that I wasn't ready for winter. It just like it went from 50, 60 degrees, watching the TV out in the shop, to like shoveling, below zero. I mean, just like blink of an eye, just boom. We're like boom, we're like boom, bam, boom, boom. I mean, it was just like here. And then it was like fall for, like a half a foot, more than that. It started Thanksgiving night, okay? Just a sprinkling, kind of a rainy, drizzly, whatever you want to call it, going on Thanksgiving night. And then by Friday, we had like winds blowing 30, 40 miles an hour, temperatures 5, 6, 7 degrees below zero. Chester, Montana. Where's Chester? Chester, Montana was the coldest place in the whole United States. That's including Alaska, right? Right? Okay. That's including Alaska. They were 23 degrees below zero on Saturday. Like I said, we had over half a foot, but it was all said and done. We had they had 6 point something on Gore Hill and then 7 at Maelstrom inches of snow. I'm in Riverview. It was like 7 inches, 8 inches of snow on the ground. Not ready for that baloney. Yeah, I see the red lights on, Andy. I mean, Roxanne, you don't have to put on that red light. Roxanne, well, Jesus. All right. We're live without a net, right? That's what we're doing. Live without a net. Don't fall. Be walking the tightrope. Yeah. All right. Before we get any further, this chilly. Is it a chilly? It's in the 20s, man. Low 20s, teens. It's a chilly Monday morning. Please remember to give this podcast a like. Give us the old thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down there. That way you'll be notified of any and all new creative content, and you'll have a chance to win some fabulous Monday morning prizes. And what? Oh, and partake in our weekly polls. That's right. I'm glad you reminded me. Andy, do we have any fabulous prizes this morning? We do not. Do we have a question? Oh, we do. All right. What is it? Throw it up. Did you have a good Thanksgiving? Yes or no? It was good or it wasn't? What? Yep. I did have a nice, unexpectedly nice, unexpected. Didn't expect to be where I was, and then I was, and, it was very nice. How was yours? It was good. Glad to hear it. How was everybody's out there? Good deal. Glad to hear that, too. Where is my crapola? Here, this morning's podcast is brought to you in part each and every Monday morning by our good friends down at the Great Falls Gazette. your only source for local news reported by local members of your community. Pick up your copy today. What do we have on the cover? We got a powerlifting, and we got a little groovy Christmas. We got a groovy Christmas coming. I'm groovy, aren't I? Am I kind of groovy? All right, if I'm groovy, why am I not on the cover? You know, if I ever was going to be on the cover, hit it. I'm going to buy 5 copies for my mother. Hey, gonna see my smiling face on the cover of the Great Falls Gazette. All right, then. I'll probably make the back cover here. Crimestoppers, America's Most Wanted. Wanted by the Special Victims Unit for an insane podcast. Insane in the membrane. Insane, I got no brain. No doubt I ain't got no brain. What do we got here? We got Curtis is wanted, and Adam is wanted, but hey, Talina and Gordon, they are arrested. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. See these people that are wanted? If you see them, give your local authorities a call. Let's take a bite out of crime, Andy, right? Let's get them off the street. All right, pick up a copy of the Great Falls Gazette today. Yeah, pretty fired up. Hey, they're just literally 3 doors down now. I mean, you don't have to go there. They're down. Yeah, the print office is down there, down the hall. Yeah. They're neighbors, and they're a weekly convo. So, good morning. It is a Monday, December 1st, on a very cool, cold, chilly Great Falls, Montana morning. Back to normal kind of weather for this type of year, 30s, 40s all week long. But it looks like old man winter has arrived. Yeah. I see that December is officially Christmas month. Decorations and all such and whatever. You decorated this weekend. I shoveled snow. I did not decorate. No, I don't know if I'm going to decorate this year or not. Are we decorating here in the studio? We're not. We're not going to even we're not festive at all. All right then. All right. We got any birthdays on December 1st? We throw them up there. All right. Sarah Silverman, comedian, podcaster. She is 55 today. Charlene Tilton is 68. Charlene Tilton, why do I know that? She was Lucy Ewing on Dallas. Then they'd show JR and Bobby. Yeah, she was, Lucy Ewing. And who else? Oh, Pablo Escobar, who would have been 75 today. Man, remember Pablo in the 80s? Pablo in the late 70s and Pablo in the 80s? It was like everybody was doing cocaine one way or another. It was just, the rich were doing powders, okay? And, and the poor were doing something new. They're smoking crack. There's coke everywhere. Man, everywhere. And then Nancy Reagan, remember that? We got a cocaine epidemic, okay, in the United States in the 80s with Pablo Escobar. And Nancy Reagan, she's got there was two in the campaigns, but Nancy, just say no. Just say no. Just say no. Yeah, just say no. Meanwhile, people are like, go to a party, they got like plates of cocaine here. Yeah, yeah. And meanwhile, while Nancy's doing the just say no stuff, then they have the egg one too. The guy frying egg. This is your brain. They show a frying pan and crack an egg on. This is your brain on drugs. It's like, I'll have mine scrambled, a little Reezy, a little bacon, some wheat toast. So anyway, we had cocaine, Pablo Escobar. They're going crazy during the 80s, right? Nancy Reagan saying, just say no. And then her husband, Ronald Reagan, and the Reagan administration, okay, they were like knee-deep, weren't they? Knee-deep in the Iran-Contra hearings? Or the affair at that time. The Contra, it's a family affair. The Iran-Contra affair. One child. Yeah, we've talked about the Iran-Contra hearings. Yeah, that's why I'm getting there before. Right, okay. Basically, we have another show that we did it, but I'm not going to do it again. But it's really cool. You got the war on drugs. You got Nancy Reagan saying just say no, and then you got her husband Ronald Reagan doing the Iran-Contra fiasco. And what that is that the administration was selling weapons to Iran. And then using that money to fund the rebel armies in Nicaragua, the Contras, okay, Iran-Contra hearings. All the while that this is going on, they're needing more money. So what are they doing? Well, I'll tell you what they were doing. And we've covered this before. What they were doing is the CIA was selling rock cocaine on American streets. Right, in Philly. Right. Well, the Reagan administration is upping the penalties for crack cocaine, predominantly found in the poor areas, but keeping the penalties the same for powdered cocaine. So the Reagan administration, while they were doing the Iran, part of the Iran-Contra is they're selling weapons to Iran, funding the Contras, rebels in Nicaragua, and for money, they were selling cocaine on streets like Philadelphia, New York, and upping the penalties for a gram of crack cocaine could get you 10, 15 years. A gram of powdered cocaine could give you a couple of years. Why the difference? Because you had crack cocaine in the inner cities, which were black, and you had powdered cocaine in the suburbs, which were white. And all this came out in the hearings. It's not my opinion that that's the way it is. It came out that that's specifically why they were doing it the way they were doing it. So, I mean, that's it in a nutshell. All I know is that coke was so acceptable at that time. I mean, it's amazing that we made it out alive. I mean, yeah, it's amazing that we got sober. Some of us got sober. We made it out alive. However, it's also amazing that our own government is behind a lot of the problems in this country. Then, and do you think now, Andy? Do you think maybe now too? Okay. Well, Pablo, a lot of people go, how did we get on this tangent of the Iran-Contra hearings? Oh, Pablo Escobar's birthday. Well, a lot of people never heard of Pablo Escobar until Johnny Depp played George Jung in the movie Blow. Yep. And that's how they know how that's how they know about the cocaine in their Pablos. That's how they know. Johnny Depp. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. But yeah, speaking of snow, you see what I did there? We're talking about cocaine, and now I said speaking of snow, and maybe you think but you're wrong, because speaking of snow, the Parade of Lights hit downtown Great Falls. That was Saturday night this weekend, and Old Man Winter, it was cold Saturday. Oh, geez. I think it was the coldest on Saturday, wasn't it? Saturday night, coldest, wasn't it? Yesterday it warmed up. Yeah, yesterday it started warming up. But Saturday, oh, yeah. Yeah, so it was fairly good turnout, considering how, frigid it actually was. I mean, then old Santa was there. Ho, 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 old Santa was there. Down there, ho, ho, where, down to the Civic Center or whatever. We light the Christmas light, No, I did not go to the stroll. It was too cold for this old guy. Plus, I was watching football. Yeah, I spent the day. Saturday, it was too cold to do anything. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, don't forget. Dan, I'm glad you were, doing that to me. Don't forget, this coming Friday, that's the 5th, this Friday, there'll be the Christmas stroll. And, yeah, downtown Central Avenue, from 5 to 9. What? Am I going to do the polar plunge? What are you, nuts? What? No, I'm not going to do the polar plunge. I didn't plan. I'm not planning on it. If someone asks me to do it, maybe. Has to be for a good cause. It already is for a good cause. It's special. All right. We'll see. It's Friday, though, right? It's downtown Friday the 5th. Okay, it's downtown. Oh, okay, speaking of downtown. Downtown Great Falls, there's a special Great Falls City Commission meeting this afternoon at 4 p.m. It's just when they had time. It's at 4 p.m. It's about the parking downtown in Great Falls, which I think is a problem. I don't shop. I don't go downtown for any reason anymore because of it. The very last time I was downtown, I was literally, I got out of the truck. I went to the station, the Costco, or whatever they call it now. The booth that you go pay or whatever. You put your license plate in and you put whatever. I was literally looking for the station to pay. Got out of my car, locked it, was walking to look, and one of the guys that do the parking, I literally watched him run across the street to my truck. Tried to write me a ticket before I even got to. I had to stop and tell him, "Hey, dude, I've not even got to it yet." Yeah, you've been here quite a while yet. Just got, just locked it. Just got, yeah. So, yeah, it's just if you're working. downtown, let me explain. Like if you're working downtown, like I paint in some of my spare time. People know that I'm semi-retired. What do you do? You know, what do you do for a living? I paint. I paint houses. I paint interior, exterior. That's what I do. And if I'm painting the inside of a location this summer downtown, okay, I was. And you can only pay for 2 hours parking. So then when I came out to do more parking, they're telling me, you know, you're taking up space. You got to move your truck. I'm like, I'm working. It's like, yeah, but you got to move your truck. So basically what I did all day, I had to move my truck and put 5 times I had to move my truck. And 5 times I had to put money in different meters. And, you know, the third time I was like a block and a half away from the job site. So, yeah, I think it's a problem. I don't shop anymore down there. I don't try to work any down there. I try to avoid it. I mean, how is it okay to harass people that are working downtown? Move your truck, move your truck, move your truck. It's been there for 2 hours, you have to move it. I'm like, I'm right here working. So, according to elected officials now, that the businesses that run our meters, you know, it's contracted out to another company, take care of our parking, they collect the money, they write the fines, it's contracted out, and that business is losing money. Also from downtown parking, you know, they're losing money. Both the city says it and the company says it, so why continue to use taxpayer money down there? Because I'm assuming we pay their salaries down there that work there or whatever. If it's not making money, why are we even doing it? Why did they just say, get the hell out of there? I guess it's been here going on for a while. People aren't going downtown. I mean, if the parking people are losing money, isn't it obvious that people aren't going down there and they're not making money? So it's like not moving on. I mean, look at Missoula and Bozeman. Both have bustling downtowns. You can walk down one block on one side of Missoula. We did it this summer. One block, one side. Just one block. And you'll see more people, more action than from the Civic Center up to 9th, across and back down. It's like Tracy's in that area. There's just nobody downtown. Okay? There just isn't anybody down there. The parking people ain't making any money. Okay? Half the cars I see down there are people that are working down there. Yeah, it's not people shopping. Not much foot traffic. Yeah, they want you to believe it's growing and prospering, and and all you got to do is look at the downtown and tell you, oh, yeah, that's not the case. Growing and prosperous towns have bustling downtowns. We haven't had one since I moved here in '92, and downtown was much better than it is now. Yeah, much busier, Yeah. Yeah. And, like I said, people are complaining. For as long as I can remember, downtown parking's been a complaint. Parking people, they don't know how to use it now. The attendants are harassing people. They don't have enough time. It's a 2-hour limit. It's like you can't, if you go down to a little shopping in your lunch, you may not have time to get back and fill your meter. So, it's dreary down there, quiet. It's unlike any downtown that I've ever seen. I've lived from Detroit. Yeah. The other towns have bustling downtowns, malls. Malls are just boom, boom. Great Falls, not so much. Huh? Good old boys? You said it, I did. I repeated it, though, so, guilty. All right. Man. Did you see Campbell's corporate greed and mismanagement? Man, it's making the news, hasn't it? God, corporate corruption, it's destroying us right now. Plants, meat plants, all plants. Towns that had invested in businesses, business folds, towns hold the bill. Yep. I mean, all I know is that if people work at Walmart, McDonald's, Sam's Club, some of the Burger King, thank you, some of the bigger chains, Target, people that work there are the people that you complain about being on food stamps. And you are complaining that they're on stamps and on Medicaid and Medicare because they have a full-time job. It's not their fault that their CEOs are multi-billionaires. Did I say multi enough? I mean, the average worker for those corporations, Fortune 500s, okay, the average worker for those corporations are on stamps. They're on some kind of assistance. They are two-job incomes. They have to get another job because they're 40 hours at McDonald's, 40 hours at Target, 40 hours at Walmart isn't cutting it. Okay? Meanwhile, like I said, the CEOs of those companies are recording record earnings. I just made $28 billion last year, and buy a yacht, hire a maid, take the maid on a cruise with me on the yacht. It's just like corrupt. Yeah, they're breaking yearly record sales. Problem is that groceries, if consumers are paying all-time highs on grocery prices and groceries are recording all-time highs in profits, hey, did something just go off? Yeah, I mean, come on, Andy. We're paying all-time high prices. They're reaping all-time high profits, and the CEOs are getting paid record numbers. Oh, Campbell's soup. What a fiasco there. Oh, jeez. So if you didn't know what's going on with Campbell's soup, all right, if you had any doubts that what the consumers in America are eating, you shouldn't have it anymore, okay? Any doubts that you had, Campbell's Soup, let me tell you, Campbell's Soup fired a company vice president after allegedly calling Campbell's Soup, and I quote, highly processed food for poor people, and it contains bioengineered meat. Now, we got the recording right here, verbatim, without the beeps. Okay. Went on to something like this. We have shit for fucking poor people. Okay? Who buys our shit? Don't buy Campbell. I don't buy Campbell's now that I know what the hell is in it. The recording goes on to say, I don't want to eat bioengineered chicken that came from a 3D printer. Campbell's good. Campbell's good. I mean, bioengineered chicken that came from a 3D printer? Holy mackerel. I mean, that's corporate. It's standard operating procedure. It's not just Campbell's. Well, the present administration isn't helping matters much giving huge tax breaks. We should just do a podcast on just the tax breaks. It's just floored me. Remember the Wells Fargo fiasco? You opened an account. They opened an account for non-members. Basically, took the information, padded took your information. They padded their statistics. Took loans in that account to other businesses and didn't pay it. Just paid them off. Used it. Yeah. What would they do is they do it like this. I cashed a check at Wells Fargo years ago. I didn't have an account there. But what happened is they wanted you to show your ID and a credit card, 2 forms of ID and a credit card, and then they would leave. They'd take you from the area in the front and take you in this, like an office to the side that you could still see, but then whoever had the information would leave. Then they would come back, they'd approve your check to be cashed, and then they'd, bang, bang. Well, lo and behold, I magically had, I had a check cashed there, and an account there. Magically, when the suit went through, I netted $12.50 in a class action lawsuit. It was strange. They had used all my information. Yeah. I mean, we all know how bad Wells Fargo is. They bought student loans and then doubled the interest and compounded the difference on their loans while telling, and you can't do that. So, yeah. Campbell's soup, Wells Fargo, corporate corruption. But don't forget that Great Falls parking meeting. Let's get rid of parking meters. All right. This Saturday, the FCS playoffs continue. Got the Montana Grizzlies hosting South Dakota State, and the Montana State Bobcats hosting Yale. Whoa. Yale, and the Ivy League, yeah. Andy, how are we doing at time? We are out of time. You're kidding. We're out of time. All right. It is cold out there, people. It's winter time. Okay? And I see them on Facebook, I lost my dog, I lost my cat. Why? Double check your doors. Double check your gates. I go outside when it gets cold, I go outside with the dogs. I bundle up. Yep, I'm out there with them, making sure everything, yeah. Of course, I'm a little obsessive-compulsive, so what? But I do that. So let's take care of our pups and kitties, okay? Keep an eye on them. All right, Andy, we're done? All right, spay and neuter. Adopt, don't shop. Foster, rescue, volunteer, donate, and hey. Adopt a shelter pet today. We're good? We are good. We are out of here. We'll see you next week.